So guys, let me go with the book reality very, very quickly because I want to make sure we move into the comprehension as quickly as possible. I have just about 10 minutes on this, so I want to make sure we move into the comprehension quickly. So guys, this is very much important. I'm telling you the secret reality open to you. Before that, do you avoid reading a fat document or a fat size book? Do you have a habit of looking at the number of pages before a book or a document is given to you? Let's be very honest, guys. The number of pages or the size is the first thing you notice whenever you have to read anything. I see more yeses and few no's. Let's be very honest. Good. Whatever it is, yes or no, that's a practice which you're doing. So today I want to share a secret formula where you don't have to look at those pages anymore and get overwhelmed. You have to go with ease. All right? So here is the thing. Every book, a document, whatever it is, whether it's a 50-page document or whether it's even 800-page document, guys, this is the formula they follow. What is it? The 80-20 rule. Yes. 80-20 rule. Every author follows this. So what is that 80%? The 80% of the book consists of fillers. What are fillers? Are stories which are examples or concepts which you already know, are repetition for you but not repetition for others, are unimportant stuff. That's what the 80% of the content is in every document. It's only the 20% which is the important stuff, where you need to be focused, where you need to concentrate. That's how every author designs. For example, when you're going for an exam purpose, the most important questions, concentrate on here. These are important stuff. Concentrate over there. The rest you can ignore. Sometimes they come to exam, sometimes they might. So you have been hearing this. The 20% is why you buy the book. The 80% is fillers. Every author has to put these fillers because he or she has to make his or her 20% point very clear with the rest of the audience of different experience, of different background, of different age. That's the reason they keep on giving stories, examples, concepts, so that it becomes much clearer. So you need to understand that every book follows that 80-20, whether it's a document. When you're, okay, even for a document, I have been working on functional specs. I would only look into the module which I'm working in that whole functional spec. I will not concentrate about the user experience because I was not part of that. So from that whole, I'm just looking 20%, where I need to focus, where I'm responsible. So with that, I want you to calm down and relax and feel that it's only the 20% which I need to focus on. It's not the 80%. Is that clear, guys? Now I have a question from Sujit. How do I find out that 20%? Very practical question, and I'll definitely answer that. So before I go there, I want to give you a secret sauce. Just as you know, it's just 20% of the total number of pages you have to concentrate. So suppose you're given a 400-page document, it's only 20%. That means only 80 pages out of those 400 pages you have to concentrate. And that gives a big relief, right? You don't have to go through all the 400, it's just that 80 pages. So with that thought, will you approach any kind of fat book with ease now? Any fat document without getting overwhelmed? Now you're much in a better position, right? It's just only that 20%. I need to try. I need to focus, and that's enough. All right, good. So I know most of you have this question. Okay, so this is a really good point. We have heard about 80-20. Now tell me, how can I quickly find out that 20%? Is that your question, guys? Yes, I see Remdi telling me that. I see a lot of yeses now. I know you guys. I have been in that position. So that's the reason I completely connect with you. All right, good. So here is my quick reading technique for you guys. Right? So based on your experience, you have this 20 to 30 years of experience reading books, reading documents, reading PDF, reading emails. Tell me, what would be the fastest way to find out that important 20% content? Give me from your experience. Let me hear it out from you guys. How would you figure it out? I do not say through the index. RMD says index, bold letters. Okay, table of content. Ravi says index, cover of the book. Okay, subject line, keywords, chapter summary, index. Appendix, no. Important words, trying to figure it out. Back page index, important content topics. I want all of you to take part over here because this is an important question. Okay, subheadings of the paragraph. Okay, italic text. Quite good stuff coming up over here. So having about 20 years of experience, you kind of got this kind of solution. Okay, good. Conclusion at the end, title of the chapter, concluding the para. Different fonts. All right. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right. Now let me go ahead and reveal the secret. Are you ready for the secret, guys? Let me take a deep breath. But before that, I want you to do an activity. I'm going to put a picture right away over here. I want you to guess who this picture might be. All right, simple. You have seen this picture quite number of times. I want you to just look and guess who it might be. So guess who is this? Everyone. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Everyone. Awesome. Awesome. I love this. Everyone guessed it right. Mona Lisa. I just showed the forehead and the eye. You were able to pick it up. That's how powerful, as Ravi Kumar says, the power of the brain is. I want you to adopt the same strategy when it comes to reading. All right? This is what I want you to go through. All right, just because I want to make sure seeing is similar like reading. When you see a visual object, you can connect. When you see, because reading is even objects with different format, scriptures. So you should, the scriptures are giving a meaning. The object, the visual image is giving us a meaning. It's the same thing at the end of the day because it's the same brain which is taking information. So I want you to understand the best way to take in information when it comes to reading so that you have a similar experience as you watch. So here is the quick reading technique for you guys. Whenever you start to read anything, this is what I want you to do. I want you to read the first 2 to 3 lines of the first paragraph. Go ahead and read the first line. Use the tapping technique and read. All right? That's the first thing I want you to do. The next, once you read the first 2 to 3 lines, you will develop and initiate an idea what this author is going to talk about. That is what I want you to get as quickly as possible. As you saw the forehead and the eye, you got to know it's Mona Lisa. That's what I want. So I want you to develop a thought process, what this author is going to talk about, and get an idea. Once you get that idea, now I want you to take a decision. Is it worth my time to read the whole paragraph or not? If that paragraph is just an introduction, should I read it or not? If you don't feel there's great value, you move to the next paragraph. That's how I want you to move ahead. I want you to read like leaders. Once you read the first 2 to 4 lines, get an initial idea what this paragraph might talk about. Then I want you to evaluate, should I read it or not? Because you're looking for that 20% as quickly as possible. Initially, you might make mistakes. It's all right, guys. But you know the best part? Once you finish the whole chapter, first chapter, the similar pattern the author follows in the next chapter. You have built up a rapport. You know, first he starts with introduction, then it's a case study. This is where I need to concentrate. And that really helps you to build a rapport. Because guys, remember, at the end of the day, the author is trying to sell his idea to you. Just like in the showroom, in a cloth shop, the shopkeeper is trying to sell this product is good. You are trying to see, is it worth my time to listen to that idea or not? You are reading intelligently. And if you're in doubt, go ahead and read it. You will get yourself a firm, yes, what I guessed was right. Because all these days, somehow we keep the author at a higher level and we kind of agree everything. But now you're like this. Okay, what are you giving me idea? I know it, no need, I need something new. Because for me, whenever I read a document or a book, I'm looking for new ideas. I tell people I'm shopping for new ideas. So once I know this, if I know the concept, I want to move to next paragraph. What is he talking about? And that is an approach I want you to develop. Become the leader. You might be wrong initially, but you will fine tune because every book is different, guys. You will learn it on your own. Initially, you might make mistake, but soon you will get up. It's something like riding a cycle. You might fall here and there. Should I put the brake here and there? Then you'll figure it out. You're like, throw me anything, I can figure it out, that 20%. What is important for me at that moment? I want you to read like that. You're reading for shopping for new ideas. I need to benefit right now. That's the approach. You read, if you get an idea, good. Then you take a decision. Is it important for me or not? If it is important, you read the whole paragraph. Then you move to the next slide. And that is a powerful way where you will get that 20%. Abhijit, yes, it will not take a lot of practice. You will figure it out. Please do not. The reason why you're speaking, because somehow we have been told that from school that we have to read each and every word. Okay, from the exam, it could be asked anywhere. But guys, understand, we are adult. We read for the main idea. We do not value word by word comprehension. That was during the school because we had to write exactly definition to definition to get a score. But when you even hear someone, you want to know the main idea. What is it? What is this author trying to tell? What am I supposed to do? That is what you're looking for. So please concentrate on that. Your time is valuable. Do not discount your time just because the author is a bestseller. I want you to respect your time and always look for that valuable stuff at that moment. It is something like you're going for a date. Initially, you're trying to figure it out. Okay, what is this? What is this person? How is this person? You figure it out. Second date, third date, you become much better, familiar. Even a friendship you're doing. That's what I want you to do. On the first day, will you get to know everything? With practice, when you involve with more people, you will figure it out. And that's what I want. When you start reading more books, You are reading with an intelligence. This is the way how leaders, top successful people read. They're reading for value, for them at that moment. They're not reading to gain knowledge. You're reading to implement. It has to be valuable. How do you feel about this technique, guys? Go ahead and give me your feedback. Okay, Jayant has a question. Please ask me a question. I'll be taking about 3 questions right now because I want to make sure we are on track. Anyone has a question? Really good. This is practical stuff, guys. I'm not giving you and throwing you anything like this. It works. Believe in that. Any document, you read that, which is important. Is it important for me? You focus on that. If you haven't understood, it's okay. Yes, absolutely. Ritam, okay, in the storybook, what we're trying to say over here, Ritam, if you're interested, it becomes based on your interest. At the end of the day, if the author is trying to describe how the woman has dressed up in the sari, in the mehendi, everything, if that is something which is of your interest, you will read it. For someone else, it's not of that interest. So I'm telling you from your personal benefit. How will that benefit you? That is the most important thing. Today I'm sharing you a technique where you will be reading almost 4 major books. I'll give you another secret sauce over here. Every paragraph, each and every paragraph is written with one main objective. You need to figure it out quickly. What is the main objective? If we did not write things in paragraph, we would have just written in one whole square box. That's the reason I tell you these paragraphs are written for a reason. There's an objective. You need to find out whether you have understood that objective and is it worthwhile reading it. Wait time. If you still did not figure it out, go ahead and increase from 2 to 4 lines. I give you that permission, do it. But I want you to make a decision because I want you to read like a leader. Don't read everything. Read specific. Get that 20% as quickly as possible because that's the reason you have picked up that document. And that is my suggestion for you. Always have that 20%. The valuable thing which this author is trying to say. When you approach with that, boom, the magic happens.